Hello everyone, welcome to Minimax Solutions. So yesterday we have discussed the theorem and proof. The first theorem of chapter 6, which was vertically opposite angles are equal. So I just explained one pair of vertically opposite angles are equal. I hope all of you have completed the second pair as well yourself. Okay, if you have any doubt in doing that, okay, second pair, how to identify the vertically opposite angles. Um, you can just comment that. I will explain that part also. So now today I'm going to explain the first example of that chapter using the properties, theorems, axioms we have learned so far. So the first example is in in figure 6.9, lines PQ and RS intersect each other at point O. We can see the figure here. So RS and PQ intersect at the point O. If angle POR, we can see the angle POR here, angle POR, and angle ROQ. ROQ is this angle. Okay, so when these two angles, the ratio of these two angles is given as 5.7, 5:7. So the ratio of POR and ROQ equals 5:7. We need to find the measure of each angles. Okay, how can we do that? Which property we need to apply here in order to prove this or in order to find these angles? Which property you have to apply here? We can see that these two angles form a straight line. Which straight line is formed when these two angles are joined or combined together? Angle POR and angle ROQ. When these two angles join together, there forms a straight line POQ. PQ. The line is PQ. PQ is formed here. So the angle on the straight line PQ. What is the measure of angle on the straight line PQ? The measure is 180, which means when you add the angles POR plus angle POQ, POR plus angle POQ, angle POR plus angle POQ. When you add these two angles, POR and ROQ, okay, POR and ROQ, we will get the angle 180 degrees. And the ratio of each angle is given as 5:7. Okay, so this one we get as the first equation. We use the property linear pair by using linear pair. These two angles are linear pair, which these two angles forms the straight line PQ. So we can write angle POR plus ROQ equals 180. So this is the first property we can write from the figure. Now, the ratio of the same angles like POR is to ROQ equals 5:7. So from that, what can we write? Angle POR is to ROQ equals 5:7. So in the place of POR, what can we write? Since the ratio is 5:7, we can take the measure of each angles as, those who know already the concept of ratio and proportion, they can answer this. What is the measure of POR? What can we take as the measure of POR? Yes, it is a multiple of 5. So which we can take as 5x. Okay, multiple of 5. And ROQ, what will be the measure of ROQ? Since the ratio is 5:7, the measure of ROQ will be the multiple of 7. So we can write it as 7x. That's how we are getting the ratio as 5:7. When you take the ratio, x and x will get cancelled and we get the ratio as 5:7. So the measure of each angle will be equal to 5x plus 7x, which is equal to 180. Okay, so these are the relations we can write using the given conditions here. So from the figure, we can say that POR and ROQ is a linear pair. the sum of these two angles will be 180. So angle POR plus angle ROQ equals 180. And from the condition given in the question, angle POR is to angle ROQ equals 5 is to 7. We can write the measure of each angle as 5x and 7x. So 5x plus 7x equals 180. In the place of POR, I wrote 5x, and in the place of ROQ, I wrote 7x. So the angle sum is equal to 180. Now what's next? We got a linear equation in x. We need to solve that and to find x. How to solve this equation? This is a linear equation. 5x plus 7x. It's a linear equation. So when you add 5x plus 7x, what do you get? We know how to add the algebraic expression. So 5x plus 7x, in order to add that, we have to add the coefficients. That is 5x plus 7x is equal to 180. Okay, we got the equation 5x plus 7x is equal to 12x, which is equal to 180. Now what? How to find x from this equation? Here this 12 is multiplied here, right? This 12 is multiplied here. So in the other side, we need to take to the denominator. Since it is multiplied here, we can take this 12 to the right side of the equation as the denominator. The multiplication in the left side becomes the division in the right side. So x is equal to 180 divided by 12. So what is 180 divided by 12? Which is 15 degrees. Clear? So x we got as 15. So what is our question? The question you need to read, that is find the angles. So the measure of each angle we need to write. Angle POR. How much is the measure of angle POR? We wrote it as 5x and x we got as 15. So 5 times 15 we need to write. What is 5 times 15? Yes. 5 times 15, which is 75. The answer is 75. Similar way, angle ROQ. Okay, tell me the answer of ROQ, which is 7 times x. So which is 7 times 15. What is 7 times 15? Which is 105. And final check you can take, you can do here. Okay, 105 we can write 105. Yeah, now we need to do a final check of this angles. Okay, whether it is right or wrong, we can verify your answers whether it is correct or not. When you add these two angles, are you getting 180? Because we have seen that POR and ROQ is a linear pair. So when you add these two, the measure 75 and the measure 105 degrees, when you add these two angles, you should get 180. Are we getting 180? Yes, 105 plus 75 will be equal to 180. So the answer is correct. We can just verify the answer in such a way that, okay. So hope you understood how to solve this example 1. So I'll be doing the examples in the other examples given in that section also in the coming videos. Okay, if you have any doubt, you can just put comments over here.